Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 4 of my full platinum walkthrough for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. We are exactly where we left off at the end of the previous video. As usual, we're at the dilapidated temple. We're going to be doing the Ashina Outskirts again, basically continuing it this time. So we're going to carry on at the stairs where we left off. So I'm going to teleport to the stairway. I think, yeah, it's called the stairway. The Outskirts wall. And then we're going to carry on. So there is going to be a few boss fights in this one. 2 mini boss fights and a big boss fight. So you're going to want to have the oil and the flame barrel for this mini boss fight that's coming up in a moment. Don't go running up the stairs just yet. Eavesdrop here if you want to listen to it. But that's our fight up there. The chained ogre. He's simple enough, honestly. He may have a bit of a reputation, but he's fine. I find it easier if you jump off and kill the one with the hat first, because this one without is weaker. And just get rid of those for now. Get them out of the way. There is a third enemy in here, not counting the chained ogre, but he's right up to the top of the stairs and to the left. If you bring the ogre down here, he shouldn't be a problem. So run up, get the ogre's attention. He's going to break free, and then we're going to fight him shortly. After doing a bit of sneaky. So run back down the stairs and let the name disappear in the top left-hand corner so the fight is sort of cancelled. He'll sit sort of around, well, he's not sitting, but you know what I mean, around this sort of area on the stairs. If you stay tight to the left-hand side, you should be okay. He doesn't see you. Like so. If he does, just run away again and hide. And then get a sneak attack in, hit him with an oil straight away, and then the flame barrel straight away. And that should break his first attack. And then give him a good few whacks. You've got quite a few attacks here you should be able to do. And then just back away. The main thing you want to watch out for with him is where he jumps towards you. There's going to be a red kanji. He'll jump towards you and try and throw you. If you just back away, get your timing right, hit him with the oil, and then quickly with the flame barrel, you should be okay. Don't get greedy. Just back away again. I'm waiting for him to do it. I don't know what attack that was there. I wasn't quick enough with the flame barrel. I'm waiting for him to do some sort of attacks, but he's just not doing anything. So that's good for me. He's about to do something then. So just keep breaking his attacks. Keep the flow going. And then that'll be it. Pretty easy, really. You'll get a prayer bead, and you'll also get Shinobi Medicine rank number 1, which is a skill. This is a latent skill, I think it's called, this one. Which is one that you don't need to have active. It's just one that's in the background, will always be there now. Don't try and jump up. I'm trying to jump back up here. If you're worried about losing Sen and XP and things like that, I'm going to be showing you how to do a backup save before the first major boss fight. Just because you might want to use them. I obviously not going to be using them all the time because it takes a while. I'm going to get a skill here, the grappling hook attack, which allows you to do a mid-air attack kind of thing when you do the grappling hook, which we will be using again in the next boss. And then I'm going to try and get Emma's Medicine Potency 1. It does cost 4, but it gets rid of a lot of skill points as well. We need all of the skills, so yeah, it's a good one to have later on. So we're just going to quickly run up here. Here's the guy around the corner. He does have a spear, so you may have to do the Makiri counter if he comes at you with it, which he was about to do then, but you can quite easily break through as well. He's not got a hat on, so he's a weak one. A balloon there, and then we're going to just quickly hit. Straight away, there's another mini boss fight, but we're not going to do it just yet. I'm going to grab the Nightjar Monocular. That didn't sound right. When I was about to. Jesus Christ, it's too warm for this. I have to shut the window and do this recording. It's far too warm. Anyway, make sure you get the Gourd seed, and then we're going to go and run back. The Monocular you're not going to use. It's basically a telescope. It lets you see into the distance. No, you're not going to use it. It's the same as Dark Souls. You'll never use the binoculars or whatever you get in those either. Really, it's good for looking around, I suppose. So teleport back to the dilapidated temple, and before this next mini boss fight, we're just going to upgrade our Gourd. So it gives us extra usage. If you have died a few times and there's a bit of rot going on, a bit of dragon rot going on, she may not be stood here anymore. She'll be in the temple itself. tending to the sculptor. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to die or anything. Again, it's just your stat that goes down. So we'll travel back now that we've done that to the stairway. And we'll continue on. Another boss fight. This time he's surrounded with quite a few. So kill these two first, just get them out of the way so they're not chasing you up the stairs. It's extra Sen and XP at this point. Up and round. So yeah, there's quite a few enemies in this area. The worst ones are the riflemen. There's a rifleman here because they spot you from quite far away. The boss is down there. You can just see him stood there in front of that banner. He's not too bad, honestly, but we're just going to get rid of all these little minions first. It's going to make things easier. So you may actually be able to go down the left-hand side. Might be the better option here. There's a couple of enemies. You're going to see it linked up in a minute. When I go around, you will get an idea of what's down there. There's a couple of enemies. The problem is that there's one with an alarm up here. And that's the one I want to go and get. I do get spotted. It's quite hard because there is another rifleman just to the left of me there. If he does spot you, then just quickly run across, get this one here with the alarm gong, and you should be able to isolate these few. I just miss out on the, yeah, you see I do a swing, I miss out on this one. Rifleman I want to get down. He's a weak one, so if we can get him down, but he's doing a massive flurry of attacks I wasn't ready for. A couple more here. Don't worry about running away. If you have to run away, then do so, especially if the boss turns up, which he does have a tendency to do. Yeah, he's not going well. We need to back away a bit. You can jump down here. We want to get rid of all of these. There's no pretty way of doing it. There's no... there may well be a way of getting everybody without being seen. You may actually be able to come down these stairs, actually, thinking about it. If you come down these stairs from the first rifleman, there's the boss, he's appeared now, and then jump up behind the one with the alarm, you might get away with it a bit better. But ultimately, it's not too bad. Just divide and conquer. And once all the little enemies are dead, then run away from Tenzen Yamauchi, something like that. I'm just going to run across here, grab this. This is Divine Confetti. You actually need it for a mini-boss that's down behind where we are now. I'm not going to do them yet. They're called the Headless. They're quite difficult. Real pain in the arse. You do actually need Divine Confetti on your sword to kill them. So I'm not going to do it yet, though. So he's deactivated. He's de-aggroed. So I'm just going to do a quick sneaky. That's one bar down. He's a pretty standard samurai-type fight. Swords, big hits, quite delayed in some of his hits. He does do a Mikiri counter type of attack, one you can counter, and you do have to make sure that you don't confuse it with that one, which is a sweep. When he does do the sweep, you want to jump, and you can land on his head, which I do in a moment, kind of Mario style, and it does break their... I don't know why I didn't do anything. Here he's going again. See there, I jumped on his head. It does do a bit of a damage to his posture bar. And then you can use some firecrackers. Whenever he does this as well, make sure you stop that. He's very similar to the first mini-boss that we did in the fighting style that he has. And there you go, another prayer bead. He's simple enough, honestly. Don't let him intimidate you. And down here some scrap iron. That's a upgrade material, which we will kind of be using by the end of this video. Yeah, another thing with the mini-bosses as well, if you get down one of the health bars down and then you run away, both will come back. So just be aware of that. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. I'm just going to switch to the shuriken because there's a gecko down here. And the shuriken kills them in one. He's just underneath the wood. They spray out poison and they're a bit of a pain, but yeah, just kill it. And yeah, on we go. Here's another shrine. I suppose you could kind of count this bit as a mini-boss as well-ish, sort of, maybe. I know you can't see my XP bar as I get it in the top right-hand corner, but you can see it every time I rest, so you should have an idea of where I am up to, roughly. So you'll see the everything will start shaking. Don't worry, not to panic yet. yet. Just jump down, keep making your way down. And then once you grapple across, it's just telling us to do this at this point, jump and grapple. We've had to do it loads of times by now. This is where the snake will appear, so just hug the wall. And it's a game of patience, basically. There's no fighting this thing. We will do a posture bar attack. What's the word I'm thinking? Death blow is the word I'm thinking of. We will do a death blow on it, but it's a set thing and a set place where you do it. So we just need to get down to that place. So if you're quick, you can jump straight across to the other side, which is to the right of me there where that lantern is. You can just see it. And then grapple onto the next branch. If you're quick, it's not really worth taking the risk though. But if you don't, you have to wait here quite a while for the snake to lose you. Obviously, we're in the grass, it can't see you. It looks like it can't see anyway. I don't know, just looks like... I don't know, the eye colour looks like it might be blind. It's not, but it's... yeah, snakes go off movement more than anything. But you can move around in the grass. Okay, so once it kind of back... There we go. So once it's gone, jump across, grapple, and as you run through here, you're going to get some spirit emblems. Should have plenty of these mounting up, stacking up at this point. And then jump across into the other grass and keep an eye out on where the snake is. There is a ledge you can grapple down to here and use it to go round, because the snake will dash towards you and do a weird U shape and then go back on itself and then unstretch and things like that, unfurl. So you just want to keep an eye out for it, and when it looks away, when it moves away there, then you can jump up, run across to this side. Just be careful you don't get seen here. If it does start to see you, just stop. Getting a bit close there. And we're going to make a run once it's clear to the hut. Just there. Then we're going to interact with the hut and hide in there. And this is where we'll execute the death blow. There, it's moving away. And we go. It can take a while for this to line up sometimes, but it does it straight away this time. When you see the dot, hit it in the eye, and then get ready to run. It's going to be lashing out. Forget that item up there for a minute. Run this way, grapple to the branch. You can grapple to the second point or just run. Swing across, got a little bit stuck there, and then make sure you keep pressing L2 to grapple up to this top, grapple up to this top bit. It might get you, it's hit and miss whether the snake actually gets you or not. You should be okay. If it does, it might kill you, just resurrect and carry on. And then just come up here and wait for it to disappear. There we go. Now we're going to go back down and get that item, which it may seem pretty pointless at this point, of kind of what do you do with these things called snap seeds. But for a certain boss fight, Lady Butterfly, actually the one we have not done yet, that was in the Hirata estate, very helpful because it gets rid of spirits. So just grab these snap seeds. Is it Lady Butterfly? I'm sure it's Lady Butterfly. I'm just thinking as I'm saying it. There's two boss fights in the same arena as Lady Butterfly. I don't want to give away who the second one is. No, it is Lady Butterfly. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Anyway, it might be both of them. That's where I'm getting confused. We definitely need them anyway, so go and grab them. Grapple all the way up here. And we'll grab this sugar. Echoes, it's going to boost attack power. You shouldn't feel like you need this at this point, because there are going to be some stronger bosses later on, which is when we'll start using sugars and stuff. You should be okay. Hopefully you're doing okay at this point. Grab the other sugar there. The Gachiin's sugar, I think it is. And then you can rest if you need to. Reset the world. We're not going back the way we came. One thing you can do is just duck behind here. And these are called rats. They're not rats, but they are known as rats. If you just have your firecrackers ready in case he aggroes. They can be a bit of a pain. And then you should be able to get behind him, get a nice little death blow. Do this easy. And you get herb catalogue scrap. It basically tells you about snap seeds. It's not necessary, but just making you aware that he is there. He might sneak up on you. Right, a few enemies in this area. There is a eavesdrop point here, so just listen to that while we wait for the giant to come round and underneath us. There's a few ways you can actually do this area. I'm going to skip ahead here. I'm just going to wait. I'm basically waiting for that giant to move underneath. Here he comes. And when he does, I'm going to jump down, death blow, get rid of him. Get rid of this guy. He's got a rifle. If you've timed it right, this guy hopefully won't have seen you. The rifle guy probably will. Let's get the death blow on the spear guy. Rifle guy, if you can get up there, is your next target. Oops. And then you should have just 2 regular guys left. One with the spear is the easier one. Should be able to get rid of him quite quickly. One with a hat, he's got a hat, so he's a bit tougher. Getting a bit overconfident here, just trying to cut through him. It's not working. I need to sit back and deflect a bit. And there we go. And then make sure you hoover everything up. It's really satisfying doing it when you've killed a lot of enemies. And clear this area out. So we've got ceramic shard. Honestly, I might stop putting ceramic shard in the top corner because we're never going to use it. Heavy coin purse. That's something you definitely want to grab. Bit of extra money there. And an Ungo sugar behind the building. And yeah, we're nearly at our first major boss. Top of the stairs here, another eavesdrop point. You can listen to it if you want. Talks about how his poor horse has died. Oh no. That's terrible. Now he doesn't need to worry about it. Okay, moving on. Fistful of Ash. I might also stop putting that in the top corner because another thing we just don't really use. Remember this door, it's going to be a shortcut door that we open later on, just for reference. There is another guy down here. He has a rifle, so we can cut through him pretty quickly. And there's another memory here. If you want another remnant, just want to listen to that. And then we're going to go up here, and I'm going to show you how to do a backup save. On PlayStation, it's different on PC and Xbox, obviously. I don't know how to... I've never had to do it on there, so I don't know. But quit properly, so it saves your game. And then jump out into the PlayStation menu. Go across. You're not going to be able to see it in the top corner, but I go across to the settings. Drop all the way down pretty much to save data and game app. PS4, this is a PS4 game, so we need to go save data PS4. Console storage, because what the save file we're using is on the console storage right now. And then I'm going to do copy to USB because I don't have PlayStation Plus on this account. But if you do, you can copy to PlayStation Plus instead. So upload to cloud storage, upload it, copy it across, whichever. And then I'll just show you what you do. So to download it, you would go to save data, and then you'd go to either the cloud storage or the USB, depending on where you put it, and then do copy to storage. Make sure you don't mess these two up and get them the wrong way around, otherwise you'll overwrite your save. I'm not going to do it, but yeah. So that's how you re-download it. So there we go. Carrying on. Everyone's still dead, because that's how From Software games work. And then we're going to move on. So we do this occasionally, and whenever you feel like, or if you're watching along, you think, oh, that bit might be a bit tough, just go and do a backup save. Honestly, if you've got a load of sen and you're worried about things, just do a backup save and come back to it. It's a cheating way of getting through these games, essentially, is what it is. So I'm healing up, Fistful of Ash, which we don't need, and then we've got Masataka Oniwa. He's our first major boss. He's on a horse, so firecrackers will scare the crap out of it, because horses are scared of anything. If you've ever been on a road driving, yeah, they don't like anything. So what you just saw me do there was pull myself towards him. This is why we got that attack skill. The firecrackers didn't actually do anything here. Oh, they did. It was delayed. So as he rides away, you'll see a little kind of green star appear above him sometimes. You can pull yourself towards him, and if you, there we go, in midair, if you press R1, you'll do like a rolling attack, which is the skill that we bought. And then just keep hacking away. He does pretty big swings. His first phase, he's not particularly violent, but he does have 2 phases. He's one of those bosses you can think, oh, this is going really well, and then all of a sudden kind of lose it a bit, which is what I do in a moment, I think it is. But sometimes, just be careful with the firecrackers. Sometimes it activates and does it properly. Sometimes they just kind of have, yeah, and watch out for the charge. Have no effect. It is hit and miss with him sometimes, and obviously block when he comes to you. That was bad. See what I said about falling apart? Yeah, when he does that, just stay out of the way. You can pull yourself towards him as well. Completely missing the blocks here. It's a very agile horse, that. And just keep hitting him with the crackers. Occasionally as he rides towards you, hit him. Here we go, we're going to fly in. Hit him with the rolling. Hit him with the firecrackers. Nope, no firecrackers needed. When you do a death blow, so you need to make sure you do that second one as well. When you go for a major boss like this, make sure you do that second. So you're going to hit them with a death blow, and then you need to follow it up again. So make sure you don't miss that, otherwise you'll have to carry the fight on. And you'll get the trophy there. Gyoubu, Masataka, something like that. Him. And we're also going to get the mechanical barrel and his memory. Two very important things. We'll go through that in a moment. It's going to tell us what we're doing. Yes, we'll do that in a minute. Reflection of Strength, you can replay bosses. It's a thing that was added. It's kind of a DLC thing. It's not something we'll use though. And then we'll head over here. This is our next idol. And we will strengthen ourselves, essentially. So, don't go down to physical attributes. That's not what we need. What we need is attack power. No, we don't have 4 prayer beads yet. Attack power. And then use his memory. So the memory we just got from him, use it. And it will increase. You'll see the attack power now says 2. So use that. And it's a permanent buff. That's how you get stronger in this game. The major bosses give you those memories. I'm just going to use... I've got 4 skill points. I'm going to get this potency on the Gourd. There are obviously a lot we need to get. But I'm going to try and make this easy as easy as I can. So a lot of health and things like that is good to start with. And then we're just going to have a look around this area a bit. And then we're going to call it a day on this one. We've done quite a lot in a very short time, really. Around ceramic shard. I know I said I was going to not. From the next video, I'll probably not put those in anymore. I've got another trader up here. He's going to sell us a gourd seed. So if you don't have enough yet, then you can either use some of your coin purses or just come back. Dragon's blood droplet here. This is quite a rare item, honestly, and it cures dragon rot depending on who you give it to. But the main thing we want here is the gourd seed. I'm going to grab a couple of the purses that he has as well, just to use my sen up so I don't have to worry about it. So 1,000 for the gourd seed. If you can't afford it in any way, do remember it, come back and get it, because we do need it for a trophy, and obviously it's going to help along the way. In here, he may look like an enemy or boss, but he is not. So speak to him. And then once he asks you to help him with the rats, then just agree, say yes. Accept, and we will do this little side mission in the next one. It's at the beginning, and he'll give you the rat description, basically our target. He's actually quite important. This guy gives us a couple of things along the way. Some more pellets, they're actually handy. Open this shortcut up, not that it's particularly helpful at this point. But it's that door I said to remember. This is where we are, just outside where we killed that poor guy with the horse. Just down there to the left. Old woman here, you can talk to her if you want. Not important, but yeah, if you want to get the whole experience, obviously you're going to want to talk to everyone. And then we're going to make our way up into the rafters. So around here first is a coin purse. And then if you look to the top left, you should see a grapple point. So grapple across. And then look behind you to the top left again. Another grapple point. And then make your way. We want this beam in the middle. So make your way around this side. Around here. Jump and hold square to pull yourself up. And at the top here is going to be a prayer bead. This is, we're only holding 3 at the moment, so we can't use it just yet. But we do have a few now. And then from here, I'm going to teleport, so using the Homeward Idol, all the way back to the dilapidated temple. And yeah, we're going to finish another video there, because we do have that Gourd seed. And we have the mechanical barrel, which was another thing that we got for killing that main boss then. Allows us to upgrade our prosthetic tools. So she may have a lot to say. Again, she might be in the building if you've got a bit of Dragon Rock going on. Increase your Gourd usage. And then we'll go and speak to the sculptor. We're not going to worry too much about leveling up the items yet. There's quite a lot. This is basically why we have to go in New Game. One of the reasons we have to go into New Game Plus is upgrade materials. We've got a lot. So he's going to, if you present it again, you'll now got the opportunity to upgrade. So this is the gunpowder and stuff like that we've been picking up. You can see I can upgrade the firecrackers. I just don't have enough Sen on me at this point. But there's a lot of upgrades all the way across, all sorts of stuff that we haven't unlocked yet, so don't worry about it yet. We'll chip away at it, and obviously at the end of the New Game Plus, I will show you some areas where you can farm materials, just in case you are running low. But there's some extremely rare ones as well that we need. I think there's 6 or 7 per playthrough, and we need 10, so that's again why we have to go into New Game Plus. The lapis lazuli, yeah, that one, lapis lazuli, yeah, some material. I forget what it's called. Just show you the offering box. If you ever forget a major item by accident, you can go to the offering box and pick it up. I hadn't actually shown you that yet. And then this is where we'll leave the video. We'll carry on in the next one. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.